Hey everybody, welcome back to Vendor Ridealong. We're here on our second episode. Our first episode was very well received, so I'm happy for everybody who watched it. Today, I'm going to be going over my conversation with Stephanie from Aurora's Treasures. It was from about a week ago, which completely explains why I'm wearing different clothes and have a haircut by now. That's what happens when you don't originally shoot an intro or an outro. But that's that. So check out my conversation with Stephanie. In the meantime, once again, my name is Jason. I am a DJ in the Syracuse and Central New York area. My company is Salt City Sound Machine. Check us out online at scsoundmachine.com. But without any further ado, you can check out this conversation I had with Stephanie from Aurora's Treasures, one of the custom jewelers here in the area. Stay tuned. Thanks a lot, guys. So today we are in the car with Stephanie from Aurora Treasures.
Aurora's Treasures.
Aurora's Treasures.
Really close.
Yeah, well, that's why I don't do research. So this is one of the unsung heroes of the wedding industry. For weddings, you got your rock stars. You know, the people at the weddings who get most of the credit. Your DJs, your photographers, your venues, of course, your caterers. There are a lot of people behind the scenes that don't get nearly as much credit because they don't really have a face the day of. Now, Stephanie, she makes custom jewelry at Aurora's Treasures. Why don't you talk a little bit about that?
Aurora's Treasures was kind of a hobby of mine at first. Started about 9 years ago. I just have always loved making jewelry. When I was young, I would kind of take all my jewelry and say, I'm bored with this, and just take it all apart and put it back together in more interesting ways. So that's kind of where I started. And I said, you know what? I'm going to just start making jewelry because I love it. And I'm going to start selling it at craft shows.
Awesome. People aren't going to you for their wedding band. They're not going to you for their engagement ring. But they might be going to you for the day of, the something borrowed, the something blue.
Right, absolutely. And that's something that can easily be incorporated into your jewelry. You know, every bride wants to make her day special. And the dress and the whole ensemble, you know, it's got to be perfect, right?
Yeah.
And not everyone really thinks about the jewelry. And plus, you want it to be you. You don't want it to just be, you know, some cheap thing you bought off a rack somewhere in most cases.
With that theme of personalization and everything like that, is that the popular trends these days with weddings tend to be around more of an artisanal focus, almost like a DIY sort of thing. Do you have any kind of like an uptick of, hey, by the way, I saw this, could you make that for me?
Yeah, absolutely. The last jewelry set that I did for a wedding was that, actually. Somebody had found a picture online and said, I really like this, can you do it? And I said, let me take a look. Absolutely, I can do that. So yeah, that's a whole lot of fun. That's really my favorite part about it, is taking someone's vision and making it real.
That's awesome.
It's awesome.
That's awesome.
It's like the best feeling in the world. I mean, honestly, I think the jewelry is one of the easier parts because it's all about the bride. I actually, for one wedding, did for the whole bridesmaid party. So the bride had a full set, and then each of the bridesmaids had a matching hair clip.
Okay. Which
was really gorgeous. It went really nicely with everybody. So really, it's all about the ladies.
Mm-hmm. Now, when you're outfitting an entire wedding party, who gets the final say in what they're wearing? I mean, do the individual bridesmaids tend to give their input, or is it all about what the bride wants and only what the bride wants?
In that particular occasion, the bride had just given me an idea, and I kind of ran with it.
Nice.
And made it for everybody. And everyone was happy with the end result. So, I mean, it really depends on what the bride and the bridal party want.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's the beauty of having custom. It's all different for everybody.
Ever had a situation where the bride was like, okay, I'm all set with my jewelry, but I want you to outfit my parents, or something along those lines? Have you ever done parents'
I've never had that, but that would be a very fun challenge.
Okay.
If they wanted something like similar to what they already had.
All right, challenger, guys. Challenger.
I like a challenge.
Why would I go to Aurora's Treasures when I can just go to Kay's?
If you go to Kay's, you're going to get something, you know, like you're going to go there for your wedding bands. The very specific, you know, the metal worked. I'm not a metalsmith. Okay. I've done a little bit before, but I don't have that whole setup. So I do a lot of beading. I do a lot of wire work. I do a lot of chainmail. anything to do with chains.
Okay.
So I can make you a gorgeous necklace, but I probably can't make, you know, a big metal pendant for you. So, like my pretty necklace I'm wearing today. Ta-da! It's all beaded.
Now, did you make that?
I did.
Of course
I did.
Why wouldn't you come on to Vendor Ridealong with somebody else's necklace? I mean, that's
right?
just that's
silly.
her being smart, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
That's her being smart.
Something like this is what I would make. Something beaded, something, you know, with a little bit more flair to it, I'll say.
What's the most involved or maybe difficult piece you've ever been requested for or made yourself?
Usually it's ones that I think of myself.
Okay.
Because I'll have this crazy idea and, oh, what if I could, you know, put things together this way or twist it around this way to make it look really cool. Sometimes they work out, sometimes they don't. This one was a little bit more difficult, trying to get things to really sit the way I wanted them to. When I want things like in different layers, that's hard. I have done a lot with chainmail, and those are difficult in the fact that it's time consuming. And you know what jump rings are? Just little bitty metal rings.
No, I'm sorry. I don't know a whole lot about jewelry. Obviously, we're talking about wearable jewelry. Have you ever outfitted something like a centerpiece?
Again, not yet.
Okay.
But that would be fun. I can definitely, you know, my mind is going already how I could do that. You know, one thing that pops into my head is like those little wine glass charms.
Yeah, cool.
Something
all right.
that's easy, you know, it's a little ring of wire, you throw some beads on there, here we go.
Okay.
Personalized wine glasses.
Okay, personalization's huge these days.
It really is. It's those little personal touches that just make everything yours.
What would you say is the biggest difficulty when it comes to doing weddings for custom jewelry?
I think the biggest difficulty with any custom piece can usually be the time frame. If people don't give enough leadway time,
Sure.
then I may not have enough time to go out and find the perfect pieces to put everything together.
What would you say would be the recommended lead time?
It really depends on how intricate you want it and how many pieces. I'd say for just the bride herself, at least 4 to 6 weeks.
Do you ship everywhere?
Within the United States.
Oh, look at you. We're talking
Pretty
national.
easy.
Look at
Yeah.
you. All right. So for for anybody out there outside of Central New York who's listening, who might be getting married or just might want jewelry, check out Aurora's Treasures.
Absolutely.
She'll ship. What do you do with the hair clips? Is it just kind of like just putting the jewels on the outside of the hair clips itself?
It's a beaded flower that's strung onto the hair clip. And I think they're gorgeous because, I mean, who doesn't like flowers, especially for a wedding?
Sure.
And I can do them in any color you want, and it just came out really cool. But I know that's a lot of fun, being able to kind of take something and reimagine it.
So if someone were to come up and say, I want you to incorporate my grandmother's pearls into something for me for my wedding, you can do that.
Absolutely.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. So, Stephanie, where can we find you?
You can find me on Facebook. It'll be facebook.com/Aurora's Treasures NY. I do also have a sales page on artisans.com, which most people haven't heard of. But it's similar to Etsy, but a little smaller.
Are you on Etsy?
I am, but I don't really have a lot on there.
Okay, that's all right.
I tend to do most of my contact through Facebook. It just seems to be easier that way.
You want to share?
My email is aurorastreasures@gmail.com.
So, if you guys are looking for custom jewelry for your event, give Aurora's Treasures a look. This is Stephanie. I'm Jason. We'll see you next time.
Thanks.
Hey everyone, my thanks to Stephanie from Aurora's Treasures for being on Vendor Ridealong today. I had a great time and I learned a lot about custom jewelry. I hope she had a good time too, and I hope you definitely check out her links and buy some of her jewelry. In the meantime, guys, once again, my name is Jason. I am a DJ in the Syracuse and Central New York area. My company is Salt City Sound Machine. Check us out at scsoundmachine.com. And definitely subscribe for more episodes of Vendor Ridealong. They're going to be coming out quick. We have a lot of great episodes on the way. And if you want to be on Vendor Ridealong, just send an email to info@scsoundmachine.com and we'll get you on there immediately. I'm taking vendors of all kinds. If you're related to the wedding industry here in Syracuse and Central New York, I'd love to have you on there. Photographers, DJs, videographers, caterers, seamstresses, hair, makeup, whatever. It doesn't matter to me. So we'll see you next time, and thanks for watching.